What do I have to say?
Good morning, good afternoon, good day, and welcome to the Parc'd podcast by Parc'd.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day, and welcome. What's it called? The
Parc'd podcast.
Parc'd I was just going to say Parc'd podcast, but that's like a fucking tongue twister.
Yeah.
That was so close.
Parc'd Up podcast by Parc'd. Oh, fuck
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
See,
We'll take that.
Go on, the whole thing, you got this.
Okay. What's it good? What's it good?
You gotta do the.
Yeah.
What's that?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good day, and welcome to the Parc'd Up podcast by Parc'd.
The ASMR version.
Good morning, good day. I fucked up in the second fucking word. I need to stop swearing.
No, it's okay. It's not a PG podcast.
Okay, that's okay then. Because I'm just going to
We
swear
don't put
all
the
time.
PG in podcast.
You put the PF for profanity.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, this is how this podcast go.
Don't worry, you do a better job than most of
Okay,
them
I'm
do.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to
I
being.
feel like me and
on camera.
Katie need to like catch up in alcohol intake.
Do you know what? I don't think we've had 3 drinks.
Yeah, I hope Kelsey was her last one.
Yeah, so I've had 2.5.
Yeah. Go on, right, you can nail this. Ready? Action.
I forgot what I was saying. Okay, right. Wait, was it good morning?
What's the next one?
Good day or good afternoon first?
Either or, mate.
Right.
Whatever
we're
flows better for you.
Okay. I don't know if I'm ready. Okay,
You got this.
tell me when to go.
Go whenever.
Okay.
Editing Alice will figure it out.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good day, and welcome to Parc'd. Oh, I've lost it. Parc'd Up, the Parc'd Up podcast by Parc'd. I can't do it, Alice.
You
I'm
got
gonna
no,
get
you were nearly
confused.
there. You were nearly
Just
there.
say
Right?
welcome back to the Parc'd Up podcast.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. I think I'm ready.
Yeah, you got this.
Okay. Pressure.
It's alright. Should we not? Do you want us to not look?
Yeah, just all look away. You're all right.
Everyone look away.
No, it's okay. No, it's gonna make me laugh more. It's fine. You can look. It's fine. Okay. Okay, and an hour later we're still on the intro. Okay.
You got this.
Okay. I just don't know how enthusiastic to be.
As enthusiastic as you want to be. Some days I'm not enthusiastic. Some days I am.
Okay. Helpful.
Just as enthusiastic as you're feeling.
Okay.
You got this.
Katie's trying not to laugh.
Hang on.
Compose myself.
Katie,
Hang on. Right.
behave. We've got a guest.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good day, and welcome back to the Parc'd Up podcast. I can't.
That's
do
right.
It.
That's perfect. The Parc'd Up podcast by Parc'd.
Parc'd Up podcast by Parc'd.
High five. Nice one. Right. Episode 3.
Hello.
Welcome. We are joined today with Kelsey. She is referred to as the intern, i.e. she oversights everything that we do and just nods and agrees
Yeah.
and goes, hell yeah, I agree with that. that's
Absolutely.
I pretend to be useful, basically.
yeah, she helps here and there.
Also,
I
normally
take the odd
organises.
video from time to time.
She organises when we go to race.
Yeah, she helps. Celeste's not here because, as always, our schedules never line up. And it is, in fact, this week's very, very busy because I go on holiday next week. Hallelujah. And it's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm filming this. Yesterday, as you guys are watching this. Hi. I'm still only 25. Fantastic. But we do have Kelsey filling in for CHELLE Day this week, and we're going to be discussing the Formula 1, Formula 2 and Formula 3 Bahrain Grand Prix the first of the season for all 3 of them, and Naomi is definitely going to take us away with some MotoGP towards the end, as that's coming back again this weekend. Don't worry, we won't let her talk for an hour. It's okay, guys, promise. It's always so fun to edit it back, because me, Katie, and Celeste are always staring so intently at Naomi, listening to every word she's saying, and like
just like hello.
Also, the reason the headphones are here, by the way, is so that both me and Kelsey can hear what Naomi and Katie are saying to us, because it's the only way we could work it unless I held it here and we were like. I think the best bet is to start off with F3 and work our way up to F1, because obviously F3 was the first thing of the weekend. So for anyone that doesn't know, F3 and F2 both run on the basis of sprint race then feature race. So it was the first sprint and feature race for Formula 3 this weekend. I actually didn't get to watch either races, purely because I valued sleep a little bit higher, but that's because the race was on Friday and Saturday this week instead of Saturday, Sunday. And a girl had to work, so F3 was off the cards. Any of you guys actually watched the F3?
I watched
only the first race.
Sprint race, yeah. That was the only one I watched.
That was the one with Arvid Lindblad. Sorry, Arvid. I butchered that quite horrifically there. Arvid Lindblad won the first race of the season, which is incredible for a rookie.
Totally.
What? Who else do we have on the podium? Lawrence Van Hopen and Leonardo Fornaroli. So 2 rookies on the podium in their first Formula 3 race of the year, which is sick. I love seeing rookies succeed.
I think, like, especially with Arvid, like, he's been so successful in feeder series that, like, not like I expected him to be good, but, like, when people go to Formula 3, you kind of never know.
Yeah, it's always so
And he was so good.
The rookies, I think, this year in both F3 and F2, obviously we've gone to the F2 rookies when it comes to it, have been really impressive so far. Because Tim Tramnitz is sitting second in the standings right now in his debut season of Formula 3 after finishing 3rd in the feature race. You also have, obviously, Arvid, who is sat 5th at the moment after his win in the sprint race. You've got Sammy, I'm going to butcher this last name because I'm terrible with some French last names. I'm not even going to attempt it, but Sammy is currently sat P6 after 2-point finishes, which is fantastic. And then obviously Lawrence, who finished 2nd, is sat P8. So a lot of that top 10 there are rookies, which is sick. Obviously Alex Dunn, he was one to watch going into this year. A lot of people love Alex Dunn. I love Alex Dunn.
I love Alex Dunn.
So to see him, get a points finish this weekend was fantastic. But I always find it very, very interesting to see how rookies are going to do. Because obviously the step up from like either F4 directly to F3 or what is technically Formula 3.5, which is your like Freckers, so your like Formula Regionals. It's always interesting to see how it's going to go and how they perform against like recurring Formula 3 drivers. Because I found a lot of the time Formula 3 drivers very rarely stay in F3 for like a second year.
Yeah.
Even if
I don't think
if they've got the money, they'll go straight up to F2.
I don't think it benefits them to stay. Like, to be honest, it's not like if you're not good, you're not good enough. But like, a lot of drivers don't tend to stay for a second year, or if they do stay for a second year, there's like not even a chance of a third.
Yeah, they normally stick it out as like they normally just go into F3 as the stepping stone to F2. I think who have we got returning? Luke Browning's returning, Christian Mansell's returning, Bonaroli's returning, Mini is returning. You've got. I'm trying to figure out who's definitely returning. Mo Boy is returning. Oliver Gothi.
Well, I think all of those people have great potential, so they have a chance to definitely excel this year.
Dino Bogdanovic was one that I was very shocked to see where he was, finishing 29th and 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Of all people, I thought Dino Bogdanovic would have been higher up.
Yeah, Prima just did not have a good weekend. I mean, other than Arvid, but like...
Yeah, apart from Arvid, Prima this weekend. Prema have a terrible track run in Bahrain. So,
yeah,
it's probably a high chance why. Kelsey asked the most important question of the weekend in our group chat.
Did I?
Yeah, about your driver in number 17. The driver in 17th is Noel Leon. The very important question she asked is, why would you name your son Noel Leon? Because if you can't figure it out just by me saying it, Noel, Noel, Leon, Leon. It's
just the same. It's like a
the same,
is it
palindrome?
Yeah. Palindrome, that's the one.
But the day I also work with Feeder Series. We were having this conversation back when he was competing in. Can't think what the fuck he was competing in. What was he competing
Shrek, something like that.
Because it wasn't like your.
It was like 4?
Formula Open, so FEO, EFO
Yeah.
even Formula Open Championship. When he was competing in EFO, we were talking about different bits, and they were discussing different drivers and stuff like that. And I went, why is there a driver whose first name is his last name backwards? But this man had been doing, like, Nolion had been doing so well the entire season. The day I mentioned that, right, was the day that my beloved, like, one of my favourite people ever, Daniel, was doing the commentary, right, for this race. And he was like, oh, I'm going to use that in the commentary box. I was like, go for it, Daniel. That weekend, Nolion went from his high up here down. It was the weekend he had a terrible weekend. Daniel was like, you've jinxed him by mentioning the fact that his first name is his last name spelled backwards, and that's all I've been
Mentioned the unspeakable.
I'm talking about it on the commentary, you know. Nolion, the guy with the first name that's his last name backwards, is falling down the standings. Oh no, what's happened? Then he was like, it's your fault. So I've been strictly told I'm not allowed to speak about Nolion's name being the same front as backwards. I think that's the most important
So I
part
did
this week.
instead.
Yes, of course he did instead. However, there was only one retirement the entirety of the Formula 3 weekend, which is impressive as shit for Formula 3. I don't think they actually had a red flag the whole weekend, did they? Or a yellow flag?
I think they had a yellow flag. Well, they had a brief yellow flag.
But that's impressive.
I think it was like first lap stuff though.
Yeah.
One retirement in the entirety of a Formula 3 weekend.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
No, I don't think I have. That's crazy.
Who was
Not
it
that I
that
remember
retired?
anyway.
What'd you say?
Who retired?
Retired. Matthias Zagazeta.
Zagazeta?
Zagazeta?
Zagzettel?
Zagazeta?
I don't know.
It's Peruvian. I think the best way here to segue between F3 and F2 is the fact that Christian Mansell is currently sat P3, right? After his podium finish in the feature race. And one of the sweetest moments I witnessed this entire weekend was the fact that that man ran from the Formula 3 paddock all the way to the Formula 2 paddock just to watch Pepe Marti stand on his first ever Formula 2 podium.
That was adorable.
I love Pepe Marti. He is an absolute gem.
I love Christian Mansell. He's just such a vibe.
He is. I love the fact he's very open about his health as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of drivers would keep that kind of side of them quite private. But I think it's so good that he openly speaks about the fact he is diabetic.
He makes it more accessible for other people as well.
I had to think about for a second if I'd gotten that right. I was like, hang on a second.
Yeah.
You know when you have like a mental blip and you're like, oh, I just said the correct thing. But it was so sweet for him to just like make his way all the way across there just to support his friend on the podium, because I would not do that for you guys, no offense.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe. Depends. If you guys had somehow managed to get on the F2 podium, I'd be like, I don't have enough money to bail them out of jail, so I don't know how the hell they've got on there. But
Sleep.
Free my girls. Free to Gildem.
Wait, you didn't say who won one of the F3 races.
Sorry, I'll go back to F3. Formula 3 feature race winner, Luke Browning.
Yay!
God save the king for once on a podium.
It's been a little while.
It's been a while. I was starting to think that maybe the Dutch national anthem was the only national anthem I'd ever hear again.
Yeah.
World's national anthem.
My thing is watching cycling, and obviously the Dutch cycling is very, very good. So even when I had a break from Dutch anthem Formula 1, I had to hear it. Cycling.
Jesus.
Got war flashbacks every time I...
Honestly.
I made my mother turn the TV off this week. I
I didn't even watch the podiums.
I just switched.
No, I didn't watch the podium.
I just switched to work.
Smart. I had WAC on at the same time. Oh my god, we've got to discuss WAC as well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, P2 in that race was Christian Mansell, and P3 was Tim Tramnitz. So a rookie up on that podium, slaking. Formula 2.
Tim is such a
We
slay.
had the same winner for both races, so Kate can't yell at me for getting to name the winner this time. Anyone know who the winner was for Formula 2?
Boy from Barbados!
The boy from Barbados is Zane Maloney. He had a fucking blinder of a weekend. That man had never stepped foot on a Formula 2 podium before this season. He's there twice.
Because he was let go by Red Bull.
See?
Silly man.
Stake took him under their arm and said, "You're one of us now." 2 wins. 2 wins. Do you know what we
That's
do
all
with
you need to
Formula
know.
2 though? Why is that back wing, the rear wing, so ugly?
It
It
is.
is awful.
It is very,
It looks like a bum.
very.
It's something. I don't know what, but it's something. I'm going to need someone that's really good with aerodynamics to explain the purpose of, like, why they would change it to that.
The only thing I can think of is to make DRS more powerful. But-
Maybe.
So it looks like F1. That's the only way that it's the only thing that I could tell you.
Potentially. That might be it. But obviously,
That is actually it, but
Zane Maloney wasn't the only man on the podium twice. We also had Pepe Martin on the podium twice, with a P3 and a P2. With his little bestie Christian Mansell waving at him in the paddock. And our P2 finisher for Bahrain was in fact Jack Crawford. Who
also
retired in the second race, sadly. He was doing so well.
he is again let go by Red Bull.
Yeah. But another guy that's been let go, our P3 finisher in the feature race, Paul Aaron. He pulled that one straight out of the bag.
I still can't believe that he was let go by Mercedes.
I know. I actually don't really understand what went
Like
on.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't.
I don't know.
I understand.
And I think he was quite shady on like social media afterwards as well.
very shady.
So I don't know what happened, but something clearly did.
Yeah, like I get it if they want to obviously focus on Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
Yeah.
Which completely understand, and I feel so bad for Kimi because obviously before the F2 season everyone was like hammering in that he's going to be the person to fill Lewis Hamilton's boots at Mercedes, which is a lot of pressure to put on a 17-year-old who's literally skipped F3 to go straight into F2. Like
There is no way he could get that seat.
Like, it's so much pressure, and then the fact that we go into the first race of the season and Prema are like at the back of the pack. He got 14th and he got 10th. And people were like, Prema's washed, Kimi Antonelli is washed, he's never going to be in that F1 seat, blah, 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 blah. And that's how you can tell people just don't watch Formula 2.
They just follow what's said in the news and then put their opinion on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, if you saw Prema in Bahrain last year, and they were just as bad last year in Bahrain, but that didn't stop Fred Vesti from nearly winning the championship that same year. Also, Kimi Antonelli doesn't even need to win the championship this year. He doesn't even have to finish within super license points to go to F1. He already has the super license points. You don't need them. He's just here for show because he's not 18 yet to go up to F1.
What I did like was what I saw of like the F1 commentary, there was a lot of like Crofty and like Martin Brundle and everyone was sitting there and saying that they felt bad with the media attention.
Yeah.
Because it's so much pressure for a 7-year-old.
Yeah. It's a ridiculous amount of pressure for a 17-year-old.
And obviously, I know it's not motorsports, but like they've spoke about this in darts a bit because obviously Luke Littler kind of exploded. But one of the darts players, I think it was Anderson, and he kind of just said like, you know, this has happened before. You put pressure on the young people and then get surprised when they don't perform after they had almost like they were a one-hit wonder when they were younger, and it happened with Emma Raducanu and everything like that. And it's just like, give people a break almost, like they're still young.
They're still learning.
Yeah, still got a hell of a lot.
Completely.
They need more experience.
Like Kimi Antonelli's actually gone from F4 and Formula Regional, skipped F3, gone straight to F2. He's going to take time.
That's a risky move for anyone.
Yeah, it's insanely risky. And to immediately, before he's even stepped foot into the F2 car for a race, going, yeah, he's going to replace Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes. Like, my God. That's pressure on someone that's been driving in F1 for years, let alone someone that's not even stepped foot in the F2 car yet. Hasn't even gone behind the wheel of an F1 car yet, and people are already doing up. He's going to replace him. So people need to cut him some slack. Leave Kimi Antonelli alone.
Indeed.
Kimi Antonelli defence squad. Well, that sounds to my man Ollie Behrman as well. Everyone is being mean about Ollie Behrman because he finished lower than Kimi Antonelli. That car in Bahrain, the present car in Bahrain, is bad. Every year. Every year. In Jeddah, they'll probably go back-to-back wins for the funsies because
I would hope so.
it's promo.
Like,
do you know what car not good? What car's not going to go for back-to-back wins? Whatever that ART-GP was, ART-GP. Do not get started. I'm watching it. I leave to go to work. By the time I get into my car, where the fuck is he? It was P3 last time anything that has that French brand on it at the moment is a piece of shit.
Do you know that he works in WEC, like, considering how Peugeot did?
No, when I told Katie that Peugeot had fallen down, right? She was like, oh no, I'm so sad. I went, John Van was driving the car.
Jeff's in the car.
Oh yeah!
She I went, what happened to the It was in like 2. She was like, oh, like this. And I was like, oh, that's quite sad though. She was like, yeah, but Jeff drives that car. I was like, oh, but it's still sad. She was like, he was in the car. I was like, good.
I was like, Kate, you can't say that. She was like, I can.
I think I had it on the TV and I saw that they'd slowed down and started falling down the order, and I was like, oh, Katie's going to be happy.
Yeah, Katie's definitely had a miserable week
Hey,
in
John.
motorsport this week.
I've had, that's why I didn't put myself in for the little F1 league, because I ain't doing that myself.
Nope.
I didn't do it because
It's
every
what?
year.
I watched the race.
I did it last year.
I forget about it.
I did it last year and I came second, and I was like, I'm taking that. That's it for me.
The same as you with the FPL.
Yeah, my rookie year, I won that with absolutely.
I love one FPL.
everyone, and I was like, I'm out. One hit wonder, mate. I'm leaving it.
You
at
can't
that.
lose if you don't enter the league in the first place.
Exactly.
Have you decided who you're rooting for in F2 yet?
Not really.
Apart from Zane Maloney.
Apart from Zane Maloney.
She's not a glory hunter, by the way.
I've
she
got.
decided on Zane Maloney before the actual race started.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to watch it enough this year purely because of work.
Mm-hmm.
But to put this into context, I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I don't generally watch races live, and I can't always catch up. So
I want Justice for Jack doing, so I'm protesting against Formula 2 for that exact reason.
Franco Colapinto. And Gabriel Modeleto. I see. My problem is that like F2 last year, I was an Ollie Behrman girl. I'm still an Ollie Behrman girl. I live, laugh, love Ollie Behrman. I think that kid is fucking incredible. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't want anyone talking about the fact he's at 19th at the moment. Okay.
Yeah.
He'll be championship contender by the end of the year. Trust.
I also feel like I kind of have to support Zach O'Sullivan because he's from where I live at the moment.
My mum. Okay.
I do like Zach.
I was watching F2 and I said, "Go on, who you pick? Who you picking?" She went, "That one there." And I went, "Which one?" She was like, "What is it? It's OSU." And I was like, "Zach O'Sullivan." She went, "Yeah." And all right. So he's British, by the way. She went, "Perfect." My mum quite likes a British bar, so I won't lie to you. I say this. She likes George Russell because he's from Ends, okay? From the same place.
Yeah.
This woman turned to me when Charles Leclerc was right at the backside of George Russell and went, "Wouldn't mind if Charles Leclerc passed him right now." Angela, you are a George Russell fan. The fuck do you mean you don't care if he passes him? And she went, "Well, he's cute." I know Charles Leclerc is a very conventionally attractive man. We do not support him passing George Russell. She went,
Whereas there's my mum going, "Oh, he could do with a few tattoos and he'd be right up. Great." And I was like, "Yeah, mother, fair."
So all these men that are out there saying, "DTS ruined it for us. All the fangirls are now only here because they find the men attractive." My mum's been watching Formula One because she finds the men attractive way before you were. And now she fancies Charles Leclerc because she thinks the guy's cute in a Ferrari. Okay, Charles Leclerc. She wants to go to the.
I mean, we're all gonna have to support.
So
we're gonna have to support Ferrari next year, really, aren't we?
Oh
no.
Not Ferrari. I do this.
I'm going through it.
Sorry.
I'm going through it, okay? We don't need to talk about Lewis Hamilton right now. We're on Formula 2, okay? We've taken a sidetrack detour. Guess who retired twice from the weekend?
JM.
Huh?
JM?
No. JM
Amaury Cordeel.
First race. Amaury Cordeel, correct. Point for Naomi. Oh, my favourite part of the Formula 2 race was Amaury Cordeel coming randomly across the track, crashing into the side of Ollie Behrman, then going, "He turned in on me." Excuse me, what do you mean he drove into you, babe? He was on the racing line. You went, whoopee.
He's been watching too many Vettel clips.
You're so glad Celeste is not here right now.
I was going to say, poor
Why
Celeste.
should you bring up Baku again? Stop bringing up Baku.
I'm getting it all out as time film. I'm not.
What else happened? Oh my god, Miata made the move from Super Formula to Formula 2 this weekend. Finished P9 in both races.
Consistency is key.
Consistency is key. Slay. If you didn't know, fun fact of the day, Miata is actually the first openly autistic driver on the Formula 2 grid.
Slay!
Yeah, big slay.
Oh my god!
Yeah, did you not know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he's very openly autistic. Gabriel Bortoletto's recovery drive. Chef's
Gorgeous.
kiss. That man started right at the top, fell all the way down, recovery drive all the way up, and then made like 5 fucking overtakes in one lap. One around Victor Martins, which was gorgeous. Sorry, Katie, but it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
I told you, Roma.
She every time you messaged me, you were like, "Baguette needs to move out the way."
You're not meant to tell Katie these things.
No, because you were putting it in the group chat and I'm driving going, "Fucking leave my baguette alone." Fuck off. Looking at my phone as I'm going. Fuck's sake.
By the way, we refer to Victor Martins as baguette because obviously baguette, the French bread, purely as a way to distinguish which French driver we're discussing about, because Katie's 2 favourite drivers are French. 3 favourite drivers are French. Your favourite Formula E driver's French.
Norman. I'm joking.
Katie's gone, by the way.
I was like, who the fuck is your friend? I was like, no. I didn't realise it. No, so for the expression, Victor Martin is my baguette, Pierre Gasly is my croissant.
It's how we distinguish which of the French is being Frenched about at the time.
Is being French about.
Being French.
Although
about.
half the time with Pierre it's French from Alice, and I'm like, okay, sorry.
When I hear the word croissant, I think of that TikTok. It's like the guy's got the lightsaber with the voice recorder goes, croissant.
I need Victor Martins to recreate that now. Could you imagine Victor Martins recreating that video?
No, we need to make a TikTok of him, like, of the car. So,
Croissant. Oh my god, yeah! Every time it drives past, croissant.
Wait, I'll record the voice thing. Croissant.
Croissant. Baguette. Croissant.
This is my little croissant. Oh god. This went for some odd reason he sent to him. It's just not going, croissant.
No, do you two have the Formula 2 standings up right now?
No.
Can you guess how many retirements we had in Formula 2 this weekend?
A lot.
In Formula 3 we had 1.
6.
4?
6? 5 in the middle. Oh,
Wait, how many is that? I can see.
not 4.
9.
No!
No, I can't.
Oh.
I can't see that. I could see that, and I was like, yay! Jesus.
That's why I was like, not 4.
9 retirements.
Sorry, I'm not celebrating the 9 child from the race. I thought it was 4.
I thought I got a point.
So in race 1 there were 3. Roman Stanek, Taylor Bernard and Amaury Cordial. Jacob would have been very happy. I don't know why. Basically our friend Jacob decided we'd just been to Monza work and we were catching up on the racing when we got home. So this was last year. And I said to Jacob, pick a driver in Formula 3 you're going to support. Pick quick. And he went, TBA. Why is he not announced? And I said, ha, funny. And he went, he's British, so I'm going to root for him. And that was the race that Taylor Bernard just went full havoc. And that man was taking out drivers left, right and centre and then plummeting down the standings. And Jacob was like, what the fuck have I done? Why did I pick him? I hate him. And I don't know why he was so upset by this, right? So I would then randomly send Jacob updates about how Taylor Bernard's doing. And I'd be like, oh, your favourite driver's doing this, your favourite driver's doing that. And the one time he didn't watch the race, Taylor Bernard did so well. And he was like, what the fuck? For whatever reason. But Taylor Bernard retired from the first race. The retirements from race 2 was Jack Crawford, who finished second in race 1. Isaac Hajar, who obviously retired from this race, but finished P4.
That bit. That was... I watched the opening of that race.
Put your fingers in your ears and count to 5.
Me?
You, Naomi, Katie. So the next retirement was Victor Martins, who finished P11 in the first race. I told you to put your fingers in your ears!
I knew what you were going to say!
I couldn't ignore the fact that Victor Martins retired. There was also Juan Manuel Correa, who retired from the race. He finished P17 the race before.
Nope, 12.
Glad you can. He was 17th in the standings. Finished P12. Yep. Enzo Fittipaldi, who finished P17 in the sprint race, retired, and Amaury Cordial, who retired in the sprint race, retired in the feature race too.
To be fair, right, that crash feature race, as much as like everyone was going slow because first corner, apart from Fittipaldi, but we'll ignore him out of the equation. Everyone else did really well to like maneuver around. Because I was watching it. And then it went back to Victor Martin's board, and I was like,
it's the way Enzo just went.
We?
Yep.
He was
And the
just like,
fact
you
that-
know what? I have a race today. Put it in there.
Can't be bothered.
So
I'll park it early.
it was Gabriel Bortoleto who turned
Yeah.
is that Kajar?
Mhm.
Yeah, Hajar.
Yeah.
Rotated Hajar round. Got a 10-second stop and go penalty. Served the 10-second stop and go penalty and still finished P5. Right. My man. My man. What?
Don't hear me do that again.
Serve.
Sorry.
Serve. Go on, Kelsey, serve.
Serve.
As you can tell, she's very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a glass of wine in front of her, so she's feeling a bit unslay.
Yeah.
She's unserving. I did tell her to get a glass of wine before this.
I'm not an alcoholic.
No. We're celebrating my birthday. Okay, it's acceptable. Slay.
Well, let's have a break before the
The
F1.
bar in your room.
Can you not out me to the park film channel, please? I went, can you put the one
Yeah.
on the bar? She went, what bar? I said, the bar. And she went, what bar? I said, the bar next to you. She went, oh yeah, the bar.
We can have the pre-F1 alcohol run.
Yeah. Go get it for this shit show.
You guys are going to have to get out your mental breakdown glasses for this weekend, probably.
I
Especially.
out.
Oh.
Oh. Slay.
My green shark leggings are the one that make my bunda look. My mental breakdown glass
I feel like I need mine. I should
and
put
my
it with.
glass that currently houses hair ties and pinboard.
That's one way to prove them wrong. Don't break them. I handmade those.
No, I didn't break them, but they make a cool sound.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
I made Katie,
Oh.
Celeste, and Kelsey all a mental breakdown glass for when they're watching racing.
Didn't
So
Celeste break yours?
necessary.
Yeah, that's the one Celeste broke.
Yeah,
weren't
Celeste
it?
broke it on the track on the underground.
Or was it the champagne glass?
I think it was hers was the 2023.
Oh yeah, it might have been the champagne glass.
Yeah. A boo.
A boo.
Do you watch them too on TikTok?
Mhm.
Yeah, I fucking love them. Connor and Yvonne?
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you guys watch Connor and Yvonne on TikTok?
No.
Oh, boo. A boo. Okay, right. Before we go into Formula One, rookies, impressive rookies. Pepe Marti. Paul Aaron, we can count as a rookie. He only did one race last year, or 2 races. 1 race weekend last year. Gabriel Bortoleto. Franco Colapinto. And I feel like Miata is also a great little shout out there as well for
Yeah.
just nailing the weekend. Slaying. Love it.
Play.
And
Slay.
that brings us into Formula One. And we are keeping this racing based, okay? We're not discoursing about
Lewis Hamilton.
What? Lewis Hamilton? No, I was going to say Christian Horner.
Ah,
You mentioned the name now.
I'm sorry. I'll bleep it out.
Karen
Yeah.
Horner.
We're not going on the discourse of Christian Horner paying off to stay at Red Bull Racing, trying to outbuy Helmut Marko in the payment of Red Bull Racing, and Helmut Marko threatening to leave, Max Verstappen following on with him and then going to Mercedes to replace Lewis Hamilton, while Adrian Newey goes off to Ferrari.
I thought you said we weren't talking about it.
We're not discussing it.
Statement and that.
And on that
Moving
topic, guess who took pole, fastest lap, and the race win?
Consequent. Oh, that's
Logan Sargent.
Do.
Logan Sargent. Logan Sargent.
Guys, we do have to be really careful because we do have a Max Verstappen fan on the podcast today.
Yeah, but I'm not an irritating one at least.
That's what she thinks. I love it when you look at me so
I'm
lovingly.
just as bored as you guys watching him win all the time. Don't worry.
She is. I will actually vouch for that. She will complain.
Let me talk my shit again about MotoGP.
Look,
And we
okay.
don't go again!
Formula One. What happened? Charles Leclerc overtook George Russell and upset me for the day. The Brits are 5, 6, and 7. Slow. Not P1, so no God Save the King. However, likely story is we won't be getting God Save the King even when we do win, because Trisha Paytas is having a child.
Yeah.
So sorry. Anyway, no discourse.
Sorry, carry on.
Visa Cash App racing balls.
God.
I've seen that people are now calling it sugar-free Red Bull instead.
V-carb. I like V-carb. Either
I like
way,
V-carb.
the team split in half, beefing already.
Great news.
We are.
Yeah. How do we feel about the whole team orders?
I am in fact on Team Yuki Tsunoda in this side of the divorce.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yuki's better.
For this race anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
He was definitely driving better than
He was quicker.
Danny Rick.
He shouldn't have had team orders in the first place. He was nice enough to let team orders go. Danny Rick couldn't prove that he's faster. Should have let Yuki back in front. Maybe Yuki shouldn't have gotten a little bit fighty after the flag had been drawn. But I too would have. And to be fair, Yuki Tsunoda, if I was him, I would have taken him out. And
I think my
if I
issue
had then seen him calling me immature in the interview after, God forbid would I have kept my cool. I would.
I think the issue is, previous to the season. Previous to the season, they were like, "Oh, Yuki has to prove himself against Dan." I'm like, "Hold on, Yuki needs to prove himself against." Like, I'm a Daniel fan, and I'm Yuki does not need to prove anything. Literally, Yuki doesn't need to prove anything.
No, Yuki's been doing fantastic.
Like, all the fans love him, like funny and like jokey around, but he hides behind so much. That I don't like.
Like, Danny Rick is very well aware he's getting that Red Bull seat when it's available. No need to fight poor Yuki Tsunoda when he's minding his goddamn fucking business.
I'm a Daniel fan, so what the fuck?
No, like I really don't understand that team order at all. Carlos Sainz arguing for team orders as well. That I somewhat understand. Charles Leclerc's left brake was 100 degrees.
Didn't listen to that bit. So I don't know.
One of his brakes was 100 degrees, and that's why he couldn't turn the car properly. And then everyone's like, haha, George Russell bad because Charles Leclerc had a broken car to get ahead of him. Bitch, did you not hear the team radio? You have to lift and coast the entire rest of the race because the car will explode if you don't.
Mercedes.
I would much rather have a brake that is 100 degrees than having to lift and coast because my car's going to explode. Personally.
Yeah.
Both
I had the phone while I was driving, and they obviously said that. And she was like, well, from my driving, I know that you're not supposed to lift and coast because it's bad for the car. I was like, Gemma, better to lift and coast than crash.
Yep. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Not lift and coast? Car go. Fire. The only cars that are normally on fire are Ferraris, so...
We don't need any more fires in Bahrain.
No,
Please.
exactly. So, yeah. The poor Ferrari of Charles Leclerc and both Mercedes broken day one. Race one broken.
But
Congratulations,
the
Mercedes.
McLarens aren't a shit show.
Woo!
Go McLaren! I'm wearing my McLaren jumper today. You can't see it because it's the stealth one, but I am wearing it. Vouch.
Definitely a McLaren jumper.
Vouch.
You sure it's not
I'm not
Haas?
wearing anything F1 related today, which is
Are you sure it's
quite a
not
rare
Haas?
occurrence, actually.
I think it says Haas.
It definitely says Haas.
Sorry, am I gonna have to get my titties up on the camera? Getting my titties up on the camera. McLaren.
We won, Katie, we won.
I just nearly fell on Kelsey and that would have been your guys' fault.
Would have been Has's fault.
Oh.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
no.
talking about Formula 1. I had a miserable Formula 1 experience this weekend.
I mean,
So-
I don't know if it was just me, and I wasn't. The thing is, I wasn't particularly interested in F1 this weekend, but I don't know if it was just me that found it really boring. Like
Yeah.
the race as a whole.
That was horrid.
Not just because Max won, but like just generally, I found it quite a boring
Yeah.
race. I do,
Nothing
however,
happened.
agree with Carlos Sainz getting driver of the day.
Yeah. He put up a great fight.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty slow.
He had a great little drive.
He's got nothing left to lose.
Yeah. He's
He
already
can go ham.
seatless.
Yeah.
I would say poor bloke, but
Can we skip over who came 19th? Well,
Who came last?
we can talk about who came 19th.
if
Valtteri
that,
Bottas finished P19. Logan
Yeah,
Sargent
good.
finished P20, and Logan Sargent finishing P20 means we won an F1 race without a retirement. Congratulations, Logan Sargent! Woo! P18 was Pierre Gasly. Outqualified and outpaced by his teammate Esteban Ocon.
which is expected because he's been in that car for longer, so he's had more time. I'm purely
Well,
Is this what we're gonna say now?
You know what I was
Purely-
really upset about? Guan Yu Zhou finishing just outside the points.
Oh, I know.
I love, well, Zhou Guan Yu. Guan Yu Zhou. Zhou Guan Yu. Love him. Sweet baby boy.
he's pretty slow.
I thought, because obviously I'm listening through here, I thought you just said he's pretty slow. I was like, Naomi? What the
No.
hell? And then realised you said
I mean,
slow.
I guess he didn't get the points. So,
Whoa, whoa,
But-
whoa.
but him himself is a slow human being.
He is slow. Oh my god, have you seen the photos that have been released for this weekend? Of the drivers arriving to the paddock?
I have not.
All of them are serving fashion. Max Verstappen has turned up in non-Red Bull.
No.
Man
No, I
turns up
really
in
need
a
to
pair
see
of
that.
jeans and a white t-shirt. Not
Has
a
he-
Red Bull polo shirt in sight.
Has he taken a pay cut or something?
Maybe. I'll see if I can get it up for you.
Are we going to see a different
Hey,
race? Is that it?
God.
Maybe we have somebody else on the top step.
Oh,
Look at Yuki!
Oh yeah, Yuki was serving.
The issue is with oh wow, that's
Russell
not Red
up
Bull.
in the-
Wow.
No.
The issue is,
I'll
wait, is
send
he
it to
wearing a
Yuki.
Red Bull hat though?
Don't think so. Just
That looks like a
plain
Red Bull hat.
Okay.
Either way, it's not a Red Bull t-shirt. But
It may be
the issue
AlphaTauri.
with Max, like everybody's saying that
It's an
he has
AlphaTauri
the top
t-shirt.
step. The only way somebody else is going to be on that top step is if he DNFs.
Yeah.
So we've just got to pray that the reliability of the Red Bull goes wee.
Breaks.
Max Verstappen. Before we go on to WAC, obviously while we're in the conversation of Formula 1, obviously Formula 1 is back this weekend in Saudi, so it's Formula 2, and F1 Academy is returning for the first race of their season, and as of today as we're filming this, so we're filming this on the 6th of March, it has been announced that F1 Academy will be streamed live on YouTube, both the qualifying and the race, so you can watch F1
And the
Academy free of charge on the YouTube account.
X are streaming it as well.
Who?
X, Twitter.
Oh my god, are they? I love
And you know who the lead commentator is?
Who?
Shields!
Pop off Nikki Shields! Oh, I love it
So
when
sad.
women thrive. I'm really excited for F1 Academy to come this year.
Mm-mm.
I'm so excited. Obviously, all of the girly pops have either a Formula 1 team supporting them, sponsoring them, as part of the new contracts. Every F1 team has to support a driver. Let's see if I can remember these off the top of my head. So Mercedes have Dorian Pin. McLaren have Bianca Bustamante.
Woo.
Williams have Leah Block. So there,
Yeah.
and then Aston Martin have Tina Houseman. That's the Mercedes based. Red Bull Racing have Hamda Al-Khabosi, and VCarb have Amna Al-Khabosi. Al-Khabosi twins, sisters. Sorry. You then have Maya Wang.
Veg.
Veg. There we go. Maya
It's like a
Veg
V.
is the Ferrari girly pop. Haas, we
Alpine.
have Chloe Chambers. Abby Pulling is with Alpine. What Formula 1 team have I missed?
A Sauber.
Sauber have...
I've got the graphic up, so.
Sauber? Oh.
I don't know.
Who's in the kick?
I've got like the photo of like the class 2024, and I can see the green and black
In my
livery. I can't, in my head, see who it is stood next to it.
Got the graphic up, so I'm like,
So you got Tina Dorian and Maya Imprema. You've got Leah, Bianca and Nobles in the ART. MP is Hamda, Amna and Emily. You've got the... Oh my god, how have I forgotten the teams?
there's actually one driver that's actually not sponsored by anyone
Yeah, that's
as well.
Jess Edgar in the Carlin.
Yeah.
We also have Lola, who is Charlotte Tilbury, and
Slay.
Slay Queen. Pop off.
Honestly.
Lola,
Not a...
Jess, and
Mm-hmm.
oh my god,
Odin. Who's driving for Odin? It hasn't changed. So the third Rodin driver, she's not changed. You've said her name already, but like,
did I?
yeah. Who did I interview?
Oh,
With
Abby.
Rodin.
Oh my god, sorry,
Yeah.
Abby. I forgot she was a Rodin. And then I'm trying to go through like the different teams. ART, Proma,
Campos.
MP,
Campos.
Campos. Okay. Campos, are they the ones with Chloe Chambers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is where the thingy is. Oh. Give me what's the first letter?
C.
Oh my god.
She's German.
Oh, Carrie,
China?
Shiner? She's
Yeah.
the Kit girl, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Kit girl. And then who's the other girl?
She's been around since W Series.
Give me a first letter.
N.
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 Oh, Nira Marti. Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
It's because she was the final one announced that it like literally because like by the time she was announced, everyone else was like fully announced, and obviously all the F1.
Who's sponsoring? Who's sponsoring? Nobles.
Ooh.
Doing like a mini
Romeo.
quiz here.
Is it Alfa Romeo?
Mm.
No, Alfa Romeo are fucking Sauber now. Oh my god!
Yes.
It's not an F1 team, is it?
No, it is not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I went through the F1 teams. No. Oh, Puma.
Yep. And who's sponsoring Emily DeHouse or House?
Red Bull. Not racing.
Yeah. Not racing.
Just Red Bull.
Indeed.
Is that all of them?
It's like you've done them all now.
Is that all of them?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That starts this weekend. Very excited. After I saw an F1 Academy race in the flesh when I was at Monza. Oh my god. The racing is incredible there. So,
I need to see
I
that.
would recommend watching. Give it a good watch. But talking about Monza, actually it brings me perfectly on to WEC. Oh my god, Celeste is so glad that she's not fucking here this week because that woman has rinsed me for months for picking Porsche. And guess what we got? Kelsey, what did we get?
may or may not have got a double podium.
Triple.
Is it triple podium?
Hertz Jota are a Porsche-based
Oh,
team.
yeah,
We've got
of
2
course
Porsche
they are.
Penskes.
We
and a
love-
Jota. That's a Porsche 1, 2, 3.
Good for some.
What a
Good for
beautiful
some.
podium.
You guys laughed at us in Le Mans. Well, you enjoyed your podium, and now look at us laughing at you with a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I still think it's funny that I started work and I was, I'm the impartial one, and now I'm like, fuck you, Porsche.
Never mind.
Porsche.
It may have been influenced by the fact that anytime I go and watch a touring car race, the support races are Porsches.
Porsches.
So I've fallen in love with the brand. And then obviously Formula E.
Yeah, Antonio Felix de Costa and Pascal Wehrlein. Love them to pieces.
That's so cute.
The one thing that made this even better. So the number 5, the Porsche Penske number 5 was the one on pole, right? And I was like, that's fine because Porsche Penske love Matt Campbell, so fine with it. But the number 6 is where my heart's at. I am a number 6 Porsche Penske girl over a number 5, but obviously as a Porsche girlie, support both. But if I had to pick a Porsche car on the hypercar grid, I'm going to be picking a Hertz Jota because I am a Jensen Button girlie through and through. I love Jensen Button, and Callum Ilot's okay. But
We go.
I love Callum to pieces. Absolute icon. So for me to have the number 6, Kevin Esther, Lawrence Van Thor, my beloved, on that podium in the P1 position. Callum Ilott.
That you didn't mention the third driver in that team.
Sorry, there's a third driver in that car. Where? I didn't know there was a third driver in that car. Look, I have a Porsche flag signed up there by the number 6 car.
Yes, with
If
2
he-
signatures on it.
And do you know why there's 2 signatures on there? Because Kevin Esther passed my flag to the 3rd Porsche Penske number 6 driver to sign. That driver looked down at it, looked at me, and went, took someone else's flag and started signing it. Kevin Esther had to apologise to me for the actions of his teammate. Thus, there were only 2 number 6 drivers there, Kevin Esther and Lawrence Van Thor. And they got me my win. Yeah, Callum Ilott helping take that Hertz Jota, obviously alongside our Formula E love Nominator and Will Stevens. Will Stevens is an absolute icon. But those commentators for the whole 10 hours were raving and raving and raving about Callum Ilott. That man has 100% WEC podium rate so far. Out of his 2 races in WEC, he's got 100% podium rate.
We love that
What
for
a
him.
king.
An icon.
And then the Porsche Penske number 5 in P3. Fantastic. And you know where else Porsche Penske scored? P1 in the 2nd class in WEC, because the WEC's now down to 2 classes. So it's the LMGT3. Yeah, LMGT3. Porsche Penske won that, the Menthe. See, I just know who to pick. I'm goated. I pick great teams. No one bring up Formula 1. I pick great teams. But WEC was insane this weekend. One thing going into this weekend, everyone was so ready to slander Nick de Vries. Because obviously he went from Formula E, won the championship Formula E, went to F1, got dropped halfway through the season, joined WEC and said that WEC has a better platform for people to be able to win. You don't need to have the best car on the grid to win in WEC, which is true. True statements. And everyone went, of course he'd say that because he's in the fastest car on the grid, blah, 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 blah. Bop. Do these bitches not know about Bop? Because Bop is hell. Bop is going to get Porsche before Le Mans, and I'm going to be sat on those sidelines crying, okay?
I can't believe you're calling him Bop.
Bop. B-O-P. Bop.
B-O-P.
Bop.
B-O-P.
Bop.
It's like Elms and ELMS.
Elms, WEC, and Bop.
B-O-P.
Next you're going to be saying WEC, Nielsen Racing will come for your ass.
No.
Bop. Yeah, Bop get him. Bop got Toyota. Toyota, the first Toyota car, finished P6. And that was in fact Nick de Vries' car. Nick de Vries qualified the Toyota, like that Toyota car, right? Ahead of Brendan Hartley, I believe it was, in the other Toyota car. Nick de Vries in that Toyota crushed the other Toyota in qualifying. Destroyed him straight out. And was in the better performing Toyota car. Didn't win. But he, I feel like, proved that he would do well. Like, he's going to do well in WEC. And it's not because of the car doing well, because they got bopped. Bop it.
You
I feel
don't
like
say
you now need
fee,
to bop it
FE.
just to have it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Market.
I'm going to whip it out at Le Mans, so the second that the Porsche is, like, back of the grid, I can go, bop it.
You know, like that Friends meme of like when she's like teaching him how to say something and then he repeats it back and then it's like
Yeah.
that's me right now.
Bop. Bop it.
VOP.
Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle. Oui, poupou.
Guys,
I feel like the only other thing we've got to discuss here with WEC is obviously the thing we briefly mentioned earlier, the disqualification of the Peugeot. Now, hang on, sorry, I forgot to turn the octopus back to happy. We're talking about Porsche Penske getting a 1, 2, 3. There we go. So
I thought you just did that for Peugeot's, downfall.
perfect. Peugeot disqualification means Porsche 1, 2, 3. So sorry, Peugeot. I actually quite like Peugeot. They're not like a team that I dislike on this grid.
I felt very.
Yeah, I completely disagree.
Stop.
I felt and then less sorry.
The rest,
Okay, my favourite team has He Who Shall Not Be Named. He Who Shall Not Be Named
At
does
least it's
not like
not
me,
the
okay?
rest.
It's just reciprocated, okay? I liked him first. He saw me and went... And then Pascal Wehrlein had to apologise to me for the behaviour of his teammate. And then Kevin Estor also had to apologise to me for the behaviour of his teammate. The fact that it was the same teammate both times. And then I was waving at the team. I was like, woo, hi guys, in the driver's parade. And Kevin and Lawrence were like, hi. And their teammate just looked at me and went,
Maybe he's just got a crush on you.
what did I do to him?
I think he's just sexist.
No, there's a different driver that does Formula E and work that has a crush on Ella.
No. No.
The fact that she video goes,
If people staring at me, it's not my problem, okay? Not my fault. Anyway, Peugeot got disqualified, okay? And for anyone that doesn't know why Peugeot got disqualified, I think there's like a couple of reasons, but people said it's harsh that they got disqualified. Rule number 1, have to be able to get your car back. You can't get your car back, you can't, get any points. It's not possible. You can't get points if the car do not return.
Is the card not returned?
The car could not give the samples, therefore the car must be disqualified. As sad as it is, it's the rules. Porsche have been on the wrong side of those different types of rules before of WEC, so I feel for Peugeot fans because I feel you. It was already sad enough watching you go from P2 and collapsing through the standings. For you guys, obviously. I celebrated, but that's not the point. That did mean that 2 more Porsches on the podium. Hallelujah for me. Means I will not get bullied now for a little while. I've got until April to get bullied. Like, what's Celeste going to do? Whip out an attack on me to do with Formula 1? Ha 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 ha. Funny, because where was your podium? In Bahrain? Nowhere. Non-existent.
Does anyone actually care about Bahrain compared to Le Mans, though?
She got one in Bahrain.
Does anyone actually does anyone actually care about Bahrain compared to Le Mans, though?
Porsche
It
fans
was
do.
Qatar for a first.
We do, okay.
but-
We've taken a good
Okay, yeah, you guys won Le Mans. Ha ha ha. Who has the most wins at Le Mans? Porsche, baby! So...
Anyway. I'm not the Ferrari fan here.
No, you're
No,
a
he's
Ferrari
like-
fan. Where did Alex lose come?
back.
Ah, P4. Just missed out on the podium.
I don't do this. Maybe sitting there with a Le Mans podium.
Hang on. Where is he? Where did he
Who?
finish in the end? There! Valentino Rossi, first full year in WEC, finished P4.
Slay.
Mike's
Is he
cars
the one that's in the car with Robin?
No. He's in the other
Uh.
WRT. No, Robin's
Yeah.
not in a WRT. Where's
BMW?
Robin?
In the BMW?
Is he in a...
BMW Hypercar, no?
there are two. No, he's with Rene Rast and Sheldon Vanderland.
In the BMW Hypercar.
Valentino Rossi's in LMGT3.
Oh.
In Team WRT with Ahmed Al-Hathi. Sorry if I butchered that, I'm so bad at names. And Maxime Martin.
Oh.
Oh my god, Daniel Juncadella. Sorry.
That was a butchering. That one really was a butchering.
Juncadella. Juncadella.
Yeah.
I
Really?
think that's everything for work unless we sat and debriefed every single hour of the 10 hour.
That was a
Let's
wham race.
It was a wham race. That was insane. It was a fat race. It was great. I loved it.
I was very worried they'd have to cut it short though.
Same. If they'd cut
Which
it
I was
short,
I was
it
really
would've
shitting
been
myself on that last lap with everybody on Callum's tail.
Yeah.
I was on the last like 3-4 laps.
Mm-hmm. However, the next WEC race is Imola.
Woo.
Who's at Imola?
What do you mean who's at Imola?
Who's
You're at Imola.
I am at Imola, thanks, Kelsey.
I might be at Imola. Unlikely. But
The clogs were turning.
She was like,
I thought it was a
You are?
sarcastic question. I was like, is
I'm at Imola. Hiya. We are, the Imola vlogs will be on the channel, so make sure you check them out when they come. However, I think that's everything for the upcoming. Nothing else is coming up this weekend, just F1, F2 and Formula 1 Academy, so I think we... Sorry.
I feel like maybe Naomi has something to say here.
And now we will go from 4 wheels to 2
We
wheels.
need to set a
Oh, we
five.
got the notebook out.
Oh,
We need to set a timer.
I'll tell you what MotoGP's been doing that I absolutely love. MotoGP
Oh,
under the skin.
Love.
Love.
Obsessed.
Please tell me you've been keeping
I
up
just
with
love
it.
that everyone else does like tattoos,
Everywhere. How
mark
can I
markers,
not avoid? Like, there's no way of
look at my
avoiding it.
scars. Look at my scars. Look at how many times I've come close to death. I'm like,
I'm like, I will kill you. Myself.
I love
Get
that.
on the bike. I'll kill you.
Everyone's like, look at all my wounds, and then there's Fabio that's like, tattoos! Yeah, look at my tattoos! And I'm like,
Fabio literally has hardly any scars.
I was say- I
He
was-
doesn't, other than
I
like
saw,
arm pump surgery.
I saw Mark Marquez's one, and all I could think was, oh, I remember that race, and I remember that one actually,
Yeah.
and I remember why he got that surgery.
Remember that one?
especially watching his fucking documentary, and it's like,
Was-
stop
Did you
reminding
see that his
me.
grandfather died?
Oh, that's really sad actually.
In relation to the documentary, it makes sense to me bringing that up, okay? It's not just out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's a bit
Whoa.
him and his granddad. It's pretty cute.
Would you like to discuss
Anyway.
MotoGP?
And now we cut to Naomi
Kelsey's also MotoGP.
for one
lads.
night and one
It's
night only.
back.
Naomi.
Finally! So they've had a couple of MotoGP first. I've had a couple of tests over the last couple of days, and so I've analysed the times, I've analysed the situations. There's been a couple of crashes. So Franco Morbidelli, I don't know if he's been declared fit for the first race yet, but he had like a massive crash at Portimao, and he had a blood clot in his brain. So he literally, yeah. So he literally couldn't compete, like he couldn't do any of the testing because he's had a blood clot in his brain from his crash.
Oh my
So-
god.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know whether he's been allowed to ride yet for this weekend. But obviously that's pretty serious.
Very serious.
Yeah, and you know who saved him that day? The Marquezes. They came around after him on their Ducatis and literally stopped their bikes on the side of the track and went to help him because they could tell he wasn't well.
Oh.
Which is pretty cute.
Cuties.
Brothers teamwork. Ralph Fernandez fractured his...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. Ralph Fernandez suffered several fractures, what this what was said. But he was declared fit.
Oh yeah, I forget.
It's
It's
fine.
alright. Just brush it off. It's only a fracture.
Yeah, just a quick fracture.
But yeah, Mark had a...
the next day.
So.
Mark had a lot of technical issues.
Oh.
Don't worry, he did crash, but nothing bad.
Nothing too dramatic. Not his usual style,
watch
anyway.
This without seeing him sprawled out on the floor at some point. So.
Paul Espargaro feels a lot better on the bike after his massive crash last year, so he's been comfortable, which is slay. But they've got massive new aero things on the bike that actually make them look like spaceships, and a lot of the public is complaining about them. But I think that's the natural progression for MotoGP at the moment, is aero and stuff like that. I said my ones to watch are Pecco Bagnaia at the moment, obviously reigning world champion, he's gonna be fast. Jorge Martin, who again was up there last year, and Enea Bastianini.
Is Jorge Martin the one that had that scandal last year?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Carry on.
But those lot have been the fastest over testing, and obviously they're all on Ducatis. Basically, anyone with a Ducati is pretty sick.
Do well.
How's my man doing?
There was one session where he came. So 2 sessions, he came in the top 3.
Yeah.
Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Who's your man? Quattraro? Thought so.
So
Only picked him, right, because obviously I used to watch MotoGP a lot when I was younger, and then we stopped watching it because of family stuff, right? And I was a big Valentino Rossi girl. So one of the things I specifically remember and everything like that was the different bits of it, and obviously at the time when we started at Parc'd again, and I said to Celeste that she needs to get into MotoGP, and I was like, I used to love MotoGP, blah blah blah. Can't really watch it because I'm not paying an extra 30 quid on top of my Sky to watch.
You can always use
MotoGP
mine,
as
honey.
well. Thanks, bestie. And the day that Naomi was like, Celeste needs to watch it, Celeste was like, well, I need to pick someone to support. I said, I'll come pick with you who to support as well, because obviously Rossi was out of it by this point. And I scrolled down and I was like, oh my god, there's a monster team. I have to support the monster team. Because I am a Lewis Hamilton and George Russell girly, and at the time, obviously Mercedes was sponsored by Monster, and I was like, oh my god, and I love Monster. I love a Monster, so I was like, I have to support the Monster Energy team.
So you get a lot of free Monster at the track when you go to MotoGP.
So I was like, oh, Fabio and Frankie. I was like, perf. And then I was like, which one do I want to pick as my number 1? I was like, which name sounds fun? Quartararo sounds much more fun.
I'm the same. I will pick a driver over how fun their name sounds. I picked Quartararo. I think this was the year. The first full year I watched it was was when he won it a couple years ago.
2021.
Yeah, that was the first full season I watched it. I picked him and Digi because what a fun name. Oh, that was 2022, wasn't it? Digi came into.
Yeah, but he was in Moto 2 and stuff previously.
But they're the races with Moto 3, 2, and GP. They're so close together that you usually catch the end of Moto 2 anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I picked Fabio Quartararo because he had a fun name and he raced for Monster.
How?
And I've been doing this ever since.
And you saw the video of him racing without his fireproofs. You're like, okay.
Okay, I'll
What is
pick
that?
that
I'm
one.
stuck with
If I had a nickel for every single one of my sports people that I supported doing their job without a shirt on, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. George Russell, Fabio Quartararo. Put shirts on.
yeah. Well, you know, and I'm stuck with Mark and Alex, the basic bitch names.
You have a
Mark
taste for
Market.
Alex's. You love an
On.
Alex.
I do love an Alex.
Do like
Anything for Alex's.
I know. Even though I'm watching Grey's and my favourite character is Alex.
Right, that's understandable though.
Well, it's understandable, but it's a lot of Alexes. My best friend's Alex.
oh my god, that's
Alex
just
Marquez. My boyfriend's Alex. Alex Lynn.
The fact that your boyfriend came 3rd in that list of Alex's.
no.
He watches the Parked Up podcast.
I was going through the Alexes and I was like, okay, Alex Wynn, this Alex, and I went, oh yeah, boyfriend's called Alex. Sorry,
Poor
Alex.
getting forgotten about.
Sorry.
Sorry, Alex, we do love you.
Do we?
Anyway,
Sometimes.
Moto 2 and Moto 3. So they tested in Jerez, which was pretty slay. On day 1, Aaron Canik came P1. Joe Roberts in the OnlyFans American Racing bike.
Shut up.
You wanted to say that just for the reaction.
OnlyFans. I'm sorry. How old is this driver?
I think he's like 21 now. I think. Well, I don't know who's his teammate. Yeah, Joe Roberts is now 26. He's fine.
That'll be
But
me
still,
approximately 54 minutes. Holds me.
Oh my god, Lord.
My bestie.
But yeah, I literally just wanted to say that. He was just P2 on that day. I just wanted to say that purely for the reaction. But yeah, if you really want a good lot of racing, the top 3 was split by 0.028 seconds.
Slay.
Yes?
How did Tony Arbolino do?
He doesn't even come up on my page once, so
Fuck.
that proves how not great it was.
How does the guy that I decided I like do?
Who was that?
I think he might have won Moto 3 not last year, the year before.
Pedro?
No. Maybe I didn't follow him on Instagram. Maybe I did and then accidentally unfollowed
I just
him
try
somehow.
not to like publicly support some drivers because half the time I'll support them and then suddenly there's a scandal, so I just choose.
I
to
think
keep
in,
them down.
in the motos it's pretty safe. There aren't many, apart from
Yeah.
if you're Jorge Martin.
It's like in a lot of the formulas, like Formula One. Like I obviously don't make it very public that I'm a Max Verstappen fan because they have a bad rep. And then like other drivers, I won't name names who used to be in Formula 2. Big scandals. So I just choose not to make it public.
I'm here, sorry. I'm just.
With the,
I was just
I
guaranteed
forgot his name for a second.
to say that
That's
my
how
favorite.
irrelevant he is now. Yeah,
The rest of testing, it was
pretty.
pretty chill. Firmin Aldeguer was also pretty speedy. He's in the speed up, which now just completely makes what I was saying really weird.
He won in Moto 2 2022.
Turn the brightness down, I cannot see.
Oh, I like
Who?
Fernandez.
Augusto Fernandez.
He's in MotoGP.
Oh my god, how's he doing?
Slow.
Oh.
No, he's okay. He's been decent. He's consistently mid.
Just like me.
So,
I feel like did you watch the full season of MotoGP last year?
No, I hate to break it to you, I value money in my bank account.
Okay. I was gonna say because they've got fantasy MotoGP and it's much more fun than F1 fantasy.
Oh, slay.
I've not even tried it. But now I want to.
I did it the first year I fully watched it, I did it, and I came 101st in the country somehow.
Pretty
and
good.
The top 100
not many people
got
doing
a
it.
prize. And I came 101st, and I was so salty about it.
I would have actually kicked off.
Because
Let's
this
get on
was
that.
when I put Quartararo in my team, not knowing anything about him really. And then he obviously then won the championship, and because I'd put him in my team before the season even started, he was so cheap. And so he took up literally barely any of my budget, and then all of a sudden he was like triple the price by the end of the season.
I love Fabio. Anyway, Karen, Amy.
Yeah. So, Moto2 was quite eventful. Denis Onchu, obviously has gone up to Moto2 now. He's personally one of my favourites. On day 3, he was the quickest, which was really good for him. You know, he needs to build up that experience because he can be a bit indecisive, irrational, all of the above. So yeah, but I think my ones to watch for Moto2 would be Aaron Canet, Joe Roberts, and Firmin Aldeguer, just because they, you know, majority of the top 3 to road testing with them. So I think, you know, they've got good teams around them. So yeah, and then in Moto3, it was a bit more mixed up. Like, not as many people kind of were like always up there. Andre Migno, who's got the lap record around Jerez for Moto3, had his lap record beaten by the top 10 drivers on day 1. So if you really want to know how competitive it is, there you go. Yeah, but there's been a lot of people that were pretty good. So my ones to watch for that are David Alonso, Jose Antonio Rueda, and Colin Vieja. I want to say that's his last name, but I'm not 100% sure. But Ivan Ortolo is pretty up there, and you may now know him because he's signed with Quadrant, which is shocking. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. That's why I said
when
that.
I messaged, and I was like, name this rider. It's like,
I saw it and I was like,
Oh my God.
not like I never expected that crossover, but like, I didn't.
It is,
like,
it is quite random, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's also random about the fact now that Quadrant sponsor Timmy Hansen.
And Ollie Solberg.
Yeah, no, not Timmy Hansen. Who the fuck am I? I'm having a stroke.
One of the Hansons. There's
I'm pretty sure that there's some. Yeah,
Isn't
there's so many
Ollie?
Solbergs.
Oliver?
There's
Olivier?
that's Oliver Solberg.
yeah.
I think it's him.
Yeah.
Strokes.
But yeah, Holgado was up there quite a lot. He was pretty decent.
Isn't he always in Moto3?
He's been in there for like 2 years now, which isn't that much. Shoot! Oh, that's me. Sorry. Yeah, that's basically it. The race is obviously it's actually on Sunday. If you need something to do with your Sunday.
I hate to break it to you, Naomi, it is Mother's Day.
But it's only an
Well, I'm
hour
not
out,
seeing
you
that.
know.
I'll be watching MotoGP.
It's also my
My mum would
mother's
allow it.
birthday.
Andrew watched MotoGP with you.
Maybe.
Oh, you should get to pick a driver.
True. She loves it when I go pick a driver. She's got to think on the spot.
It's good. There's a lot of good options. But Jake Dixon was pretty good as well. He was up there. He didn't. I don't think he made it in. Oh no, he made it into the top 3 on day 1. But
Is there a driver with a similar name in MotoGP?
Jake Dixon. I mean, Jake did a couple of races in for Valentino Rossi.
No, I feel like there was a Dixon there recently, like last year.
No, I'm just thinking of Scott Dixon, but that's not MotoGP.
No. Unless he decided to randomly. That reminds me, so we need to cover Karen.
I'm done.
Oh. Wow.
Round of applause for Naomi. Thank you for your amazing knowledge.
Yay!
Do you want to give the final breaking news of the weekend that's coming up?
I don't know what break.
about a certain team.
Oh,
different series.
McLaren in IndyCar. Callum Ilott will be filling in for the weekend. Ooh, in St Pete.
Yeah. David Maluki broke his hand.
Sad times.
Mountain baking. Mountain biking.
Get better soon,
Well,
David
I
Maluki.
think I've heard that story before.
What is it with drivers breaking their hands while mountain biking?
I know.
God knows. But
Because I can't make decisions.
I hope Callum slays it in IndyCar this weekend. IndyCar is back. Hopefully he slays it. Seeing as obviously he's now out of IndyCar. He's in work.
Prove them wrong, honey.
Prove him wrong. We're going to set Katie off in a second. Prove them wrong. But yes, get better soon, David Maluki. Don't know why I keep calling him Maluki.
Maluki.
Maluki Pookie.
David Maluki.
Maluki. Right. Do you want to end it out? Or is
No,
that too
you
much
can.
pressure?
You're too much
Okay.
pressure. I already screwed up the intro.
Too much in one day.
Anyone got anything else they would like to add for the weekend of racing just gone on the weekend upcoming?
No?
Do you want to say anything in Welsh because it's St David's Day?
It was.
Like what?
I don't know.
Goodbye.
Heel loud?
Oh, bougie. What's Happy St David's Day?
Dydd Gwyl Dewi Sant.
Nice.
I think.
Don't worry, guys. We support Naomi even if she is Welsh. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching and listening to the Parc'd Up podcast, however you choose to consume this content. The dearest Kelsey, thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We loved having you here. Hopefully Celeste will be back. No, Celeste will be back next time for the Parc'd Up podcast. Parc'd Up podcast will be... I won't be in my seat here. So try not to miss the setup, guys. I'm going to be on holiday. Maybe I will film my part of the podcast from the pool. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna rub it in that I'm in the warmth, chilling by the pool, and they're
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
gonna make
all
you
rude.
so jealous.
I am very jealous because I wanted to go on a holiday, and Alice won't go on a girls' holiday with me right now. So
Sorry. Well, I'm hoping I have a pool. Could you imagine if Ian's booked me some sort of cold city break? I'll be very upset.
he couldn't.
Yeah, you've done enough of
You've
those.
just had a cold city break. He's got to do a warm.
I was gonna
He has to
say.
alternate.
I did tell him I wanted a warm holiday though, so hopefully it's warm. I don't know where, but it better have a pool. That's all I asked. Was a pool.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Bought a new bikini for it and everything.
I did buy a new bikini for it, so hopefully.
Can you imagine it is a city break?
Me strutting around.
I mean, we
the city
did.
in my
We did
bikini.
Barcelona in a bikini, so
We did. Ooh, I fucking miss Barcelona.
I do miss
Anyway,
Barcelona.
yeah. Hopefully, it should be all four of us back next week. Celeste has to film the podcast, so Celeste kind of has to be here. So Celeste will be here next week. But yeah, thank you guys for watching or listening to the Parc'd Up podcast. Don't forget to give us a follow on all social medias at parkfem_ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can catch us on the ParkFam YouTube channel where you are witnessing this right now every single Friday with new content. We will be having an extra upload day in the upcoming future when we are travelling around with racing again, which will start next month. Oh my god,
That's exciting.
that is very exciting. I think that's everything. Make sure you give it a little thumbs up, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.
Ciao, Bella.
Bella. You're gonna do a ciao Bella.
Ciao, Bella.
Yeah.
Ciao,
Ciao Bella.